Hello, educators, parents, and friends. I am Dr. Blissful. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm a former elementary education teacher here to give you tips and tricks on elementary education. I'm also the author of Breaking Free of Bullying, where I provide strategies for your kiddos and you to stay safe, happy, and emotionally well. In my TikTok channel, we were talking about racing thoughts. So I was talking about my hubby, Hubs, who sometimes goes down that rabbit hole of racing thoughts. And we talked about how primarily they're negative thoughts, right? And then I went on to talk about how when you spiral into those negative thoughts, the negative impacts that it can have on yourself, your mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual body, the effects that it has on the people around you, and also the effects that you have on the person that you're thinking about. So when you're worrying, it really does no purpose. It just harms especially the person that you're worrying about, because you're throwing out those negative energies, that negative vibe. You want to have good vibrations for those of you from the 60s, Beach Boys. You want to have that good vibration. Otherwise, yeah, it just really implodes, and your whole world, especially your office, if you're thinking about it, your home life, your class, wherever you are, is imploding with negative energy. So, what I wanted to talk about today in this segment is how to do thought stopping. So, also on my TikTok channel, we talked about smiling surfer style. Uh, in my book, it's called Smiling Superstar Style. So, whatever works for you is what you should do. And what you can do with that, especially if you're in the office. So, for example, hubby was in the office, he's having racing thoughts. They start compounding, and he starts going down that downward spiral of negativity because he's worried about whatever he's worried about. So, what you want to do is just look up and smile, and that just helps you immediately. It's really hard to do, he said, when you're in that mode. And I'm trying to find the page that talks about the SMILE that you can do. But another thing that you can do is go to the bathroom because you're at work, right? So if you're a teacher, it's even harder, right? Because you have to get someone to cover your class. I never had racing thoughts when I was teaching because I was so busy teaching. You don't have time to really have racing thoughts, right? Because your day is just full of, nonstop, especially if you're a primary grade teacher, right? But he works in an office where there's lulls and there's plenty of time to focus on something that triggered him. Okay. So in my book, Breaking Free of Bullying, we have the SMILE. So the S stands for squeeze your fist really tight and then release. Okay. And this is better than saying shut the F up. Okay. So again, you're going to squeeze as tight as you can and release. Now, you obviously aren't going to do this at your office. People are going to probably think you're psycho. I don't know. So go to the bathroom. If you can go to the car, even better. The M is for mind your manners. Making a fake smile is better than making a fool of yourself. I inhale through your nose really loudly. Hold it for as long as you can and breathe through your mouth. And in my book, think Napoleon Dynamite. So for those of you that are too young to even know Napoleon Dynamite, I'm just like depressed right now because if you haven't seen Napoleon Dynamite, it's super funny. So I'm kind of dating myself, right? The L stands for love yourself first by repeating, I'm fine, I'm good, over and over again. I'm fine. Even if you can write it, it's even better. I'm fine, I'm good. E is enjoy the energetic energy. Tell people thank you, even if you don't believe their compliment. So, another thing that you can do that's really powerful, and I've talked to hubby about this numerous times. So, I said, yesterday when he was kind of spiraling down that rabbit hole, I said, okay, go to the car. And so you're supposed to visualize a stop sign and visualize it and say to yourself, stop. Like if you're in your office, just mentally scream, stop, shout. But if you are in the car, look in that rear view mirror and say, stop, stop, stop. Like yell at yourself, like stop, just stop, stop it. Like for as long as that you need to. It's fine. Everything is fine. Stop it. Stop. Just stop. So and so's fine. Baby girl's fine. Job's fine. Stop it. Stop it right now. Enough. That's enough. Stop. Stop. You're kind. You're loving. You're hardworking. Your kids love you. You do a damn good job at your work. People respect you. You need to stop right now. And this is what you need to do in the car if you're at work. Yell at yourself, like yell at, like stop it. And every time, just if you have some pictures or a stop sign, just look at that stop sign and repeat in your mind what you should tell yourself when you're going in that spiral, racing down the rabbit hole and you just can't stop it. It's just going, I mean, it's obsessive. Then what I suggest you do, especially if you're on your lunch hour, just get some headphones after you knock yourself into reality. First stop and then tell yourself how great you are. Like enough already. Then go for a walk, listen to some really uplifting, badass music that's going to motivate you. And I suggest you have that on your Spotify or whatever it is that you listen to. Obviously, you don't want to have depressing love songs. You don't want, you know, uh, harmful songs that tell you to go, beat someone's ass. You want to have really motivational music, whatever that is, to pump you up. There's certain songs that I listen to, and I'm just like there, man, like instantly, my whole mood has shifted. So I suggest you have at least 10 of those that are really positive, but just like get you going, pump you up. It's positive, telling you how great you are. And that will shift your mindset. Now, when you go back to work or wherever you're going back to class is even hard too, right? If you're in school. Yeah, I would go to the bathroom and do that. And then when you're walking to class, I don't know if they allow you to have headsets on when you're walking in the hallways, but if you can excuse yourself for a minute, it's probably harder at school, I understand. So if you can find that corner where you can just scream. I mean, if you can scream aloud, it's better, but I understand if you're at school, it's a little bit harder to do. And that's something that I definitely want to work in the school systems where you have a meditation or a safe place to go where you can use these activities to get those negative energies out. Not only does it help with thought stopping, or the thought stopping with negative racing thoughts, but it also helps your amygdala um, so that it's not in that fight, flight, or fear mode. It's really useful, but you can at least do this and then put on, change that energy. So if you can't do music and you're at school, I suggest going in the bathroom and ripping paper, because you can do that. Crumple paper. Obviously we don't have a pillow at school or at work to scream into. So rip paper, shredding paper and ripping paper is a really good way to, one, get your anger out, and two, stop that racing thought. Like, screw you racing thought, whatever. Anything to get you out of that mindset. But you can't just sit there and salivate in that negativity, because it's just not healthy. And the sooner that you can change that mindset, the better off you are. Again, this is my book, Breaking Free of Bullying. We'll talk more about other ways to alleviate stress and anxiety, and thought stopping, racing thoughts. If you like this channel, please like it with the button and ring the bell and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Until then, oh, and I'm supposed to say I'm blissfully, what am I today? I'm so many things. I'm blissfully just happy to bring this information to you, and I hope it helps. So until then, Shaka, and we'll see you on the flip side. Bye.